Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. And I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious wherever you are in the world. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam up my juice little lads. Thank you, little lad. You're lovely and bright. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world. So much love to you all as well, my delicious little babies. Now, if you enjoy my video today, if you'd like to click on the like, please and thank you. And if you'd like to subscribe, please and thank you, okay? Our weather in our old neck of the woods in the UK, well, it may differ in other parts of the UK. Well, it is raining. It's been raining for most of the day. If it's raining, okay? Very little wind, but rather chilly. Okay, my delicious little babies, so that's the weather forecast in our neck of the woods in the old UK. Okay, my delicious little babies, now then. So let's make a start. Extremely very sad news I've woken up to today, my delicious little babies. Now, for some of you beautiful and delicious little babies out there, well, you know, you may know of a gentleman called, oh, do you know something? You coming to, yeah, 1 minute, yeah, 1 minute. I'm so sorry, everybody. Please do forgive me, but that's my plumber. Okay, please do forgive me. I'll be back with you shortly. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, my delicious little babies. Sorry, 3, 2, 1, beam me up, okay? Sorry about that, my delicious little babies. Now then, I've got me dear plumber, God bless his beautiful dear soul, okay? So he's coming to do, you know, some bits and pieces in my bathroom, okay? So I'm awfully sorry about that. But anyway, he says, well, you just get on with what you're doing then. Do you see what I mean? I said, oh, you can still hear me anyway. He just said, you know, what am I talking about today on my video? Anyway, so he can hear me as well. Anyway, my delicious little baby, so I can only apologise about that, okay? But, you know, at the same time, my bathroom's important to get things done, you know? Anyway, so let me just get on with this now. So, yes, so I woke up this morning, my delicious little babies, to, well, to the very sad news, because some of you delicious little babies would know, but for others, sorry, of you delicious little babies, you may not know. But our lovely Paul O'Grady, God bless his beautiful dear soul and may he rest in peace. He's passed away, aged 67. I mean, how sad is that, my delicious little babies? That's really sad, isn't it? Well, I think so, because he's a really lovely gentleman. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, you know, he was a really sorry, lovely gentleman. You know, he absolutely adored animals and everything. So may he rest in peace, God bless, and his beautiful little animals are no longer going to have their daddy now. But he does have his husband, I think his name is Andre, so, you know, he will be looking after their babies, okay? So, you know, and our sincere condolences to dear Paul's family, okay? His beautiful little animals, little sons and daughters. So that's what we woke up to. So that was really sad. I just felt really sad when I heard that, everybody, okay? So, you know, I just wanted to mention that. God love him. Lovely, you know what I mean? It's like what you're seeing of him is what you got. Do you know what I mean? He didn't try to, you know, pretend to be somebody who he wasn't. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, which is what very sadly a lot of them do. Anyway, now then, let's go on to the next thing. So I just want to talk about this very quickly. You've got, what's his name? I mean, not that I'm advertising him, my delicious little babies. Marco Rubio in America. And he was explaining why, you know, TikTok should be banned, you know, in America. And, you know, it's talking about... You see, here's what I've got to say, right? I was listening to part of this, my delicious little babes out there, yes? So I was listening to part of this, and I've got to be honest with you. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? What's happening is, right... which I'm sure that for most of you delicious little babies who do know, you know, everybody at some point's had a look on TikTok, haven't they? Do you see what I'm saying? So the point is here, my delicious little babies, is quite simply this. The way I see it is, because you get the videos, okay, which are telling the truth, okay? Now, before we was having all this censoring and everything, there we go, going on, you know, like on YouTube and everything else. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Well, before all of that, okay, well, this is just my thoughts, my delicious little babies. Now, for others of you, you know, because it's my view, for others of you out there, you may have a different view, okay? But I just say things the way I see it. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies, yes? And the way that I'm seeing this, okay, is that what this is really about is that, of course, say if somebody was censored off YouTube or, you know, or something like this, yes? Well, then what then happens is that, you know, they can get far more information than on TikTok. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and like you could have older videos, you could have all different sorts of things. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So I feel it's more about that. Whereas, you know, if you look at, I mean, not that I'm you know, that, you know, for me to know all this information, of course not, you know, nobody does. But what I'm saying is in China, you know, in our old China, do you see what I mean? Well, of course, you know, they're only allowed, apparently, according to what I'd heard somewhere, that they're you know, they only allow their population just to listen to certain. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but if you look at TikTok, like over here, right? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I personally came off it, okay? Now, the thing is, what this Marco Rubio's talking about, yes, is that it sort of collects your data. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't anywhere collect your data? Like, you know, your date of birth, your name. Do you see what I mean? It's like, okay, like say if you're looking at a video, right, just let me give an example, my delicious little baby. So say if you're looking at a video, right, say on YouTube, right? So they look, you know, they will then, in your feed, they will then put other or similar videos of what you're, you know, what you've been wanting to look at. Do you see what I mean? And what I found as well is that sometimes, you've heard me say over the months on my videos, sometimes what they'll do is like another video out of nowhere will come up on my feed. I'm thinking, well, where's that coming from? Do you see what I mean? So, well, really, they just do the same thing, don't they? And TikTok does. So again, I feel that this is more like about, we get back to the same thing, don't we? You know, it's all about control. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? And then, of course, you know, with China and everything else. But like I said, at the end of the day, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, my delicious little babies, at the end of the day, everybody, it's all as one. Do you see what I'm saying? I've said it before. There we go. I've said it before, and I'm saying it again. Do you see? And this is what all of this, what I can see, it's all about. I mean, you're talking about data with, you know, just with TikTok. Well, you have data with YouTube and other platforms, don't you? Of course you do. Do you see what I'm saying to you, delicious babies? Yes, that's just the way I'm seeing it. So, to me, if they were to ban TikTok, you know, because some, I should imagine, make rather, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, for some, it can be a rather, before I even say, rather lucrative business. Do you see what I mean? So if there was to get rid of that, then I should imagine you would have a lot of very unhappy little bunnies out there. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, that's all I'm saying. I mean, you know, for some of you delicious little babies, you may see me as being wrong here, but for me, I mean, your man there, I mean, he's doing all the explaining in the world why you cannot have anything. Do you see what I mean? But he doesn't seem to say it's about anything else. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So again, you know, things have to be questioned, you know. I mean, the only thing I would say, I would have said that, you know, TikTok could be good for some things, okay? But I've also heard as well, my delicious little babies, yes, that with the old TikTok, that, well, let's just say other things come up on it. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? So, which, according, you know, apparently from what I'd heard, it's only what I'd heard, my delicious little babies, yes? But in China, well, that's not allowed. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So, you know, we have to see, there we go, what else is going on here? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? That's all I'm saying. I mean, some of you may see me as being wrong in what I'm saying, and others of you may agree with me, but that's just my thoughts on it. Okay, my delicious little babies now then. So, in London now, okay, well, they're covering up the all the cameras, you know, this ULEZ, okay, you know, I always forget. Oh, anyway, I know what it is, low emissions zone, right, okay. Now, what I'm saying to you is that it's peeing everybody off. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, it's absolutely flipping peeing everybody off because, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a camera for this, a camera for that. I mean, they have them in our Brummie Lounge, you know, right? Flipping hidden in the trees. Do you know what I mean? I mean, some years ago, I was parked outside of a bank about 3 miles away from, you know, from where I live, okay? This is going back, I think about 4 years, I'd say about 4 years ago now. And I thought, I'll just park, you know, on the pavement. Do you see what I mean? So I just needed to jump out and then jump, you know, hop back in again. Do you see what I mean? And they took a picture, right? And they actually had a camera in the tree. Well, I mean, what my point is, my delicious little babies, I mean, how can they get to, there we go, if I even say, how can they get away with doing that? Do you know what I mean? I mean, something should be visible, shouldn't it? But they're very sneaky, you know, and they were doing this years ago, my delicious little babies, yes, and I flipping know. And anyway, they slapped me with, what was it, 35 quid flipping parking on the, do you know what I mean, on the pavement. Do you know what I mean? Well, I wasn't hurting anybody. And anyway, there was no flipping double yellow lines on the flipping pavement. Do you see what I'm saying to you, delicious little babies? Yes, anyway. So let me get back to this now then. So in London, so they've been covering up, listening to another video, you know, because he does put up that dear man there, not in that way with delicious little babies, but he does put up some good little videos, do you know what I mean? And because he covered our Brummie Land, you know, the other day on one of his videos, God bless him anyway, and so full respect to him there, God bless him anyway. So yeah, they're covering some of these cameras up with carrier bags, okay, and with some of them, they're cutting the wires. Do you see? So, you know, I really, myself, my delicious little babies out there, I do not see this as what you would call, I do not think that this is going to work, is what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? Because, you know, you're just going to pee everybody off. You know, you cannot just bring these things, do you see what I mean, and just expect. It's like I said on another video, right? You cannot, the way that they used to control the masses, right? The way that the masses used to be controlled years ago, well, it's not like that now. Do you know what I mean? And you will find that ones will, do you see what I mean? You wind them up big time. Well, let me tell you, there we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it will get flipping damn well flipping nasty. Yes, it will. Do you know what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, because people just don't want this shite. Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants cameras everywhere you go. You don't want roads blocked off. I mean, I heard another video this morning as well. Which one was that now? Oh, this is another man as well. You know, not in that way, but he put up another video, and this woman in a car, right, you couldn't see a bird trace, but you could hear her. And I tell you what, she was getting well peed off, really angry. There we are. Do you see what I mean? Because she was late for work. You know, she wanted to get to work. Do you see? And there they are, flipping blocking it. Do you see what I'm saying? Blocking roads and doing things. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. This is just going to get worse. My delicious little babes out there. It's not going to get any better, you know. This is the whole point. Do you see what I mean? And you've got all of the YouTubers, you know, for those who, you know, have different discussions about different things, God bless them, yes? And they're also pointing things out as well. Do you see what I mean? And you could do a lot of reading as well. Well, I go on DuckDuckGo, okay? But, and I've noticed with that as well, rather recently, talking about DuckDuckGo, that it's actually come up on my YouTube, you know, where it says, oh, you can install DuckDuckGo. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Yes? You know, at the end of the day, here's the fact of the matter, right? To try and get all of this power, right? And of course, we all know what all this is about. Ka-ching! You know, just so that they can start making more ka-ching. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, well, everybody's getting paid off. I've already said sorry about our Brummyland. You know, they're just not flipping putting up with this shite, you know what I mean? And not when you've got to go into town, or say if you've got to go out of town to work or whatever you got to do, do you know what I mean? And having to put up with this shite all the time. I wouldn't put up with it anyway. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But good on the Londoners, good on you Londoners. Do you know what I mean? Keep it up. Because you know something, and also, to let you know, my delicious little babies, changing the subject. So, of course, you know, we've still got, so I've just got to tick this off from my delicious little babies. So, we've still got the, in France, haven't we? The riots. Do you see what I mean? Now, I mean, at the end of the day, there are loads of videos, my delicious little babies, okay, which are covering France. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And what it is that, yes, I mean, you know, God bless the dear French, you know, God bless you all, dear French. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's not slowing down. But you see the old bill there, my delicious little babies, right? The old bill, right? Well, you see what I mean? The way they were treating, and they're treating their own like that. Do you see where I'm going with this, my delicious little babies? Yes? You know, so anyway, I mean, I just think it's disgusting behaviour, do you know what I mean? But, you know, the French are totally peed off. They're peed off with it all. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you cannot just pass bills and do all these things, yes? Because this is what's happening. Because you've got those, we know who they are, right, running the little flipping muppets and puppets, the governments, putrid governments, right? You see, they're really coming out in, you know, into the daylight. There we are. They're really coming out into the daylight. Do you see what I mean? And they're showing that they do not give a shit. Well, of course, you know, you're going to do that. Well, what they're going to end up with are the putrid little governments that they are, right, all over the flipping world, right? Well, what's going to end up happening? Well, you know, you're going to be getting riots. There we go. You're going to be getting riots everywhere. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because nobody's going to put up with this shite. Do you know what I mean? Anyone, you know, God bless the beautiful dear soul. So I do not mean it disrespectfully, but God loves the truth. I haven't done that for a while. I've my delicious little babies, yes. But, you know, at the end of the day, there's some we cannot help, yes. But there's others who stand up for what they believe in. And I'm telling you, there's going to come a point, my delicious little babies, where something's going to happen in the UK. I'm telling you, yes. Do you see what I mean? Because everybody's just going to get so peed off. Right, and I really do not feel, my delicious little babies, that these 15-minute cities are really going to be working. No, I do not. I mean, you know, when you think of us where we want to go out, you know, whether you want to go to a park or whether you want to walk round a lake, or do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And then, you know, you wouldn't be able to do all these things and you're stuck in a 15-minute bloody poxy city. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, what planet are these on? Because they're clearly not on our planet, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? They're having an effing laugh, is what they are. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not going nowhere. Well, you know, till I get my little narrowboat, my longboat, right? Then I'll just go on the water. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? That's what I'll do. Do you see what I mean? I'll just stay well out the flipping wave everywhere. Do you see what I mean? No, not for any other reason, my delicious little babies. What I'm talking about is it's just, you know, you're by nature, aren't you? You've got water. You know, you've got the long grass, or you've got, do you know what I mean? You can just hop off, you know, your little boat and just go and have a walk or get some shopping or something. Then, you know, hop back into our little boat. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but there ain't no way I'm living in no flipping 15-minute city. I've said it before and I say it again. And to be quite honest with you, I mean, I cannot see that I'm saying anything wrong here. But if we had to put up with what the Londoners are putting up with, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, I'm sure that I would be snipping a few flipping wires as well. What delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So this is it. It is not going to end well. Yes. This is not going to end well, my delicious little babies, what they're doing. But, you know, I still say good on the French at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because they're standing the ground. And, of course, you remember when I was saying on another video, changing the subject again, my delicious little babies, yes? And I said on another video, did I not? Yes, I did, that, you know, where they're messing up travel and things like this. Well, I've been listening to another video before I came onto my camera. And, you know, oh, God bless him, you know, he's really good on the financial side and everything of things, yes. I mean, you know, he's really good at listening to it, not in that way, my delicious little babies, yes. But he was saying, you know, that he was delayed everywhere where he was going. He got delayed with his flight, sorry, you know, because he had to be somewhere. Do you see what I mean? He was getting delayed, sorry, everywhere that he was going. And of course, you see, this is affecting, well, it is, isn't it? It is affecting, you know, which it has been, buses, taxis. When I said, you know, you couldn't get a taxi. I mean, it may be different in other parts of the old UK. But I mean, to me, it was very strange and odd to not be able to get a taxi, fully booked. I mean, it's something that you'd expect either decades ago or at Christmas or something like that. But not like, do you see what I'm saying to you, this time of the year, no? And then, of course, you know, trains. Look at all this with the train. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So, you know, at the end of the day, then, like I said to you, you know, where with the passport place going on strike as well. Can you see what I'm saying? It's like they want to mess everybody up as much, there we go, as much as possible. This is what they're doing. Do you see what I mean? When really what they should really be doing is letting everybody just live in flipping damn well peace. Peace, love and harmony. But like I said, we have so many more rights. There we are. Do you see what I mean? I've known this long time anyway, yes? But we have so many more rights. You see? And even when I was listening to, what's his name again? That William, what's his flipping last name now? Is it William Whittle or something? Anyway, and he discusses all this, yes, and I will, and he's, you know, who I will advertise, because at the end of the day he talks about all of the law and the common law and, you know, and all these things. But even he said, he was done saying it the same as others who are very knowledgeable in this area, that, you know, if it was all to deal with things a different way, we could put an end to this shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? So that's what I'm saying. I mean, we can put an end to it, but what it is, because of all of this, you know, and of course, the more and more that they're laying down, you know, the law, do you see what I'm saying to you? Is the more and more angry, there we go, that others are going to get. You can just see it, you can just... Do you know what I mean? You just got a feeling here. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious? But there we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But God bless the poor French. Sorry, I did feel sorry. Do you know what I mean? And the way that the old Bill over there are flipping attacking them. That, you know, that's their own. You know, their fellow man and woman. Do you know what I mean? But, like, to hit them with these different things and everything, do you know what I mean? You know, all the buttons and all this crap, you know what I'm saying to you? So there's plenty of different videos on it, my delicious little babies, yes? But I mean, that's just not acceptable. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes? It's not acceptable at all. You know, it should not be happening, and your bill should not be doing that to them, to their own, or to protect that flipping P-R-I-C-K, Macron. That little flipping pleb. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? I tell you the best thing that I've said it about all of the putrid governments, my delicious little babies, yes, all over the world, right? It should just have been get rid of them. I've said this. Do you know what I mean? And anyway, if those haven't got the lackeys anymore, then the putrid little lackeys, then what else can they do? Do you see what I'm saying? There is no power. But anyway, I feel that ones are losing anyway. There we are. They're losing anyway. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And there we go, and this is what is happening. Yes? And the more and more they push the buttons, the more and more this is going to get, there we go, 1,000 times flipping worse. I'm telling you. Yes? And I've said before, and I say it again just before I end the video to you all, my delicious little babies. You know, at the end of the day, my beautiful dear little friend, oh God bless. Oh, they had their beautiful little baby, their little daughter, little animal, meditating. Yesterday I said, oh, it was beautiful. Sent me a photograph. Oh, she was meditating. Oh, little doggy. You know, I don't like to call them little doggies because they're our little sons and daughters. Do you see what I mean? But yeah, she was meditating. God bless her. You know, the old chakras. You know what I mean? It's lovely to see. Anyway, so that's all I've got to say, my delicious babies. Do you know what I mean? They're just going to wind everybody up big times. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, till in the end, well, you know, there's no old-fashioned saying, is it there? You know, you can only push somebody so far. But the thing is, with these putrid, what's going to end up, so I'm just going to close my book, so what's going to end up happening is, my delicious babies, well, it's as simple as, really, what's going to end up happening is that, you see these, the putrid little lackeys and everything, right? Well, they're going to get what the duck gives them, aren't they? Old-fashioned Jamaican saying. Anyway, so that's the video, my delicious little babies. So it's not very long today, okay? And, you know, I hope that wherever you are in the world, please, wishing you the most beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, okay? And please continue to feel the love, okay? And also, you know, please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand, you know, to some wonderful family members, friends, some work colleagues, and please show them the love. And please tell them that they're wonderful, juicy and delicious, and that you love them so, okay? So until my next video, my delicious little babies, so much love to you all. God bless. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.